Welcome to the podcast. If you're listening or watching, because we might have a video on this one, and I'll be just in the corner down here, if you can see my mouse. So I'm here with Central Track and Field athlete, as you can see on his shirt, Trevor Allen. Do you want to introduce yourself at all?
Like, how should I introduce myself? Just, hi, my name's Trevor. Like,
yeah, I mean, okay. He runs the 5K.
You got it, Zach. You got it.
He's a junior going on senior year in the fall. Yeah, I don't know.
It's good enough for me.
He's the old man of our team.
I'm not old.
Well, no, not physically.
Donovan's the oldest, okay?
Yeah, well, he'll never let us forget that. So, I mean in mannerisms, Trevor.
Mannerisms?
Yeah, that's why I thought we were going to do this over Skype, because Skype is for boomers.
Oh, well, I don't have a Skype account, so I'm not a boomer, so.
Or you're just, what's the generation before boomers?
You mean the one after them? Like,
No, I mean before.
before the baby boom?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, so how has your running been going during quarantine?
It's been going all right. It's been boring, though, and just by myself the whole time.
Yeah.
But, no, it's been all right. Ran on the same trail probably 95% of my runs I've done here, so.
Yeah. It's nice to have a trail, at least.
Yeah, it's nice. It's all gravel, and it's nice that way.
Yeah.
And flat.
Flat is very nice a lot of the times. I do not have the comfort of flat usually where I am at, but that's okay.
That's the only flat place to run over here. Everywhere else, it's just constant up and down.
Yeah, I can understand running 95% of your runs on that trail then.
Yeah, it gets boring, though.
Yeah.
Very quick.
Well, yeah, when you're running the same route. I know one guy who he would just run the same trail. He had other places to run, but he would just run the same trail by himself every day.
That's awful. I don't know why someone would want to do that.
Neither do I. So it'd be like running the John Wayne Trail every day.
That's kind of how this is, except we have turns.
Oh, turns?
And it's next to a lake, so.
Turns are kind of dynamic, though.
Yeah. And there's a section up, like, probably a half an hour north of where I'm at, where there's a tunnel 2 miles in, which is kind of nice.
Oh, do you need a headlamp for that one?
No, it's like 20 yards. Like,
okay.
It's not much of a tunnel.
Yeah, it's nothing like the Thorpe tunnels.
No.
Shout out to that long run video.
Oh, yeah. God.
That
was a good time.
That was an awful thing to record.
Hey, but you did it. You did well.
I did it.
And you held our headlamps, so.
Yes. Yeah. I held on to them until everyone took them, and then left the second group with none.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't me. I took mine.
Yeah, I know. But yeah. So are you just transitioned back to base phase at this point, or are you doing something special?
No, I'm just doing base phase. Yeah, I'm on the same exact training plan as Josh.
Oh, okay.
Which the very first workout we did sucked.
What was it?
It was a 2 by 2.5 mile tempo with a mile recovery in between, which doesn't seem bad, but I didn't run at all when I took time off and didn't run at all.
Yeah.
And so that was pretty awful.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to Josh in the last one. I'm sure you heard it, but
oh yeah.
I'm glad I'm not.
Yeah, no, it hurt. But the workout this week wasn't bad at all. I actually liked this workout. This week's workout.
What was it?
Was just kind of a 2 mile warm up and then 1 mile tempo, and then it was like 3-minute recovery, 4 minutes at 10K race pace. So for me, it was like 5 flat, and then 2 minutes off, 3 minutes a little bit faster, 2 minutes off, 2 minutes at like 4:45-ish, 2 minutes off, and then 2 minutes down, and it was supposed to be down under 4:40, 4:35, kind of like goal 5K pace.
Yeah.
To like 3K range, and then, yeah.
Then
it was just
brutal.
Recovery. Yeah, and I did it on a road that was like, it was just up, and then you go down, and then it was just rolling hills.
Yeah, I did a workout last summer just on a rolling hills sort of deal, and it's so much harder than it seems.
Oh yeah, I mainly just went with like just effort. Like I was like, okay, this feels like I'm moving fast, and just did that. Made it harder than the last one, and I had my grandpa. He has this like little car. It's like a beefed up golf cart, pretty much. Like it's like a big golf cart, and he was following me. It can go on highways. So it can go like 50, 60 miles an hour. So he just followed me, and I set a timer in the car. So he just honked the horn every time I had to speed up or slow down for the interval. So he just followed me.
Just a lead gator?
Pretty much. He was just right behind me, but within range, so I could listen to music still.
Oh, okay.
So it was nice.
Oh, yeah. So,
yeah.
Are you just building right through to cross season, or are you taking another? I'm gonna take a down week at least. Yeah.
After this, before we start true summer progression. So either I'll just take a complete week off, or I'll run like half the week.
Yeah.
Do like every other day.
That's fair. But you're coming up
We'll
on...
see when I get there.
Yeah. see how beat up the body is from some tough...
After that 6-mile tempo, I might need it. So.
Yeah. I'll probably run like a mile. Just a little bit faster. But no. So coming up on senior year in the fall. Hyped.
Senior year cross season. That's going to be kind of bittersweet. I don't know. It's weird to think that this is like my last college cross season.
Yeah.
Coming up. But excited, though. I'm excited for our team because we lost one guy who wasn't even in our top 7. So, and we're adding some good people, so.
Yeah.
From what I've heard.
I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see who shows up in the fall, but we're supposed to have some.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see how it goes. Just it's gonna be fun with the last like 4 seniors we have.
Oh yeah.
Let's finish it out together. So.
I mean, and we'll see, but. It'd be nice to hop on a plane.
It would be nice to hop on a plane.
I mean, we might drive to regionals.
Well, regionals. Oh yeah, regionals is in Billings.
Yeah, we might drive to regionals.
Well, it wasn't that bad.
Liked that he had fun with the trip, and I would be down to drive. I would be down to drive to Billings.
Yeah, the only time I got tired of driving to Billings was the way back when we hit Spokane. I was done. Like, I wanted to be home.
Well, yeah, because we swapped bus drivers.
We swapped bus drivers, and then we had Aladdin on the bus that broke the speakers. And it was awful.
Yeah, I remember trying to sleep, and I actually fell asleep for the first time in a car, and
Wow.
then the speakers blew out and I died. Because my seat was right next to a speaker, so I was...
Oh, me too. I couldn't even hear my music. I had my music turned all the way up, and I still couldn't hear it.
Yeah, it was a mess on the way back. It was a fun trip, but by
It
the
was
end,
so fun.
it was like, I want to sleep and go home. And
Yeah, I just want to go home and lay down.
yeah, so cross-country season, you think it's going to be on in the fall?
I hope so. I really hope so. But
I know that things keep getting pushed back further and further. I think we're supposed to be kind of locked down until early May at this point.
yeah, that's what it's looking like. I know the west side's starting to get a little bit better, from what I've heard. It's starting to rebound a little bit, but
yeah,
the east side is just now getting hit, pretty much. Yakima is kind of down for the count.
So the hope is that we kind of start recovering and people stay out, and we can just in our isolated kind of state, just sort of recover and then start doing stuff, vibing.
Yeah. It's kind of nice. There's only one confirmed case in this county that I'm in. There's only been one for the last week and a half.
Oh, well, then there's probably more people that haven't.
I don't know, man. There's someone found out found out the person isn't in the biggest town, which is where I'm at. I'm 20-ish minutes outside of the biggest town in the county, which is 1,000 people.
Yeah.
And it's on the other side of a pass from us, apparently.
Yeah. So
in a town of 200 people.
You're probably chilling because you're out in the middle of nowhere right now.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm on top of a mountain in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in the capital, so...
yeah, it's a little more...
Honestly, Olympia, I don't think got hit super bad.
Yeah, well, ground zero was Everett, so there was no way I was going back home.
No. As much as you love the chicken and...
Oh, I know, but they're closed. As far as I know, they're closed right now.
Are they not open for takeout?
They might. I don't know. They might be limited hours, even so.
Yeah. It's not worth it.
No, I don't want to even risk it.
Yeah. So.
It took me a while just to get up here because I didn't want to risk getting my grandparents sick, so I kind of quarantined myself for a week and a half before I left, and then came up here and quarantined myself for another day or so just
to make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we're slowly getting the handle on things, which is nice. But you think we're gonna go back to Apple Ridge, or are we gonna be at Rotary?
I hate Rotary so much.
A lot of people.
I hate it so much.
I think it's fine, especially for workouts in the time trial. But when it comes time for a race, I can do it. I can do it. Nobody likes Rotary. It's not the ideal spot.
No, I think Kev likes it just because it's close and it's easy for him to set up.
Well, I know BC loves Rotary over Apple Ridge.
Yeah, because BC can't watch the race at Apple Ridge.
Well, I feel
He's used it twice, and that's it.
Well, but we go by the finish, and then we go out and we come back before we hit a mile. We go back by that stretch, and then we hit 2K, and then we go by that stretch, and then we go up the hill. We come back by there again. We go down the hill. We hit 4K by that stretch, and we go up the hill again, and then we come in the finish.
Yeah, BC doesn't like to be stuck in one spot.
Yeah,
he likes to move around.
Well, he also has to work the timing system at our home meet, so
yeah,
can't really do a ton. But I think it's cool. I like Apple Ridge.
Yeah, I definitely prefer Apple Ridge, and I think every other team does too.
Well, yeah, there was teams that were like, "Hey, if you host here, we'll actually come back."
Yeah.
If you hosted Rotary, we're not coming.
I know, because Apple Ridge was the conference course a while ago.
Yeah.
back in the day of like I think Tarek was saying his older brother ran at Apple Ridge.
Yeah, which would be amazing, but I don't think that. I mean, you don't have the chance at all.
No.
My 5th year will be a new conference course, but I think it's going to probably be St. Martin's.
Please don't be St. Martin's.
Dude, I would love it if it was St. Martin's. I'm 4 miles away from there right now.
Yeah, but it's just the course, you know?
Did you not see the new course this year?
I was there with you when the gator killed
right.
somebody.
You guys left me there.
Yeah, we didn't even think about taking another car. We just all piled into Josh's, and then we got there and we're like, wait a minute, what about Zach?
Yeah, I got a ride back with Tarek. It was fine.
Yeah, I felt bad.
No, it was, but like, dude, I would be so excited to run there my 5th year, like last conference meet.
Yeah, it's kind of like a home thing for you.
Yeah. Plus, that's when supposedly I'll be the fastest for college cross country, and we'll see. But so you have a 5th track season now because of the COVID-19.
Yeah, I have an indoor and an outdoor season left.
And I know Josh was saying that he might end up using his 5th year. Are you thinking you might, or are you pretty much like, I'm 4 and done?
I'm thinking about using my 5th year. I'm actually going to email my advisor the next day or two and see if I pick up like another minor, if I can maybe stretch that to graduate in the winter of my 5th year so I can still compete in the spring.
See, that's what I'm trying to do. Shout out to Dr. Burnham.
Yeah, no, I got, what is it, Pat Coffee?
Well, that's, yeah. Well, I've talked to Pat, too. He's super cool. I just mean, like, Dr. Burnham is, like, the main...
Well, he's for your guys. I have Nethery.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you're not in the same major. You're in a slightly
We're
different
close.
major.
We're really close, though.
It's like, but not quite the same thing.
It's just a chem series and a physics series. That's all it is.
Yeah. Well, I have to do some stuff you don't have to do as well.
Yeah.
There's not a ton, but...
I know. I can't even minor in I asked if I could minor in exercise science, and they're like, no, because it's too close.
Yeah.
Like, you have to take too many of the same classes. And I was like, dang it.
You could try picking up a coaching minor. That's what I'm doing.
I thought about it, but I don't know. I don't really see I'm going to pick up a physical rehabilitation therapy minor.
Oh, that's...
So I'm going to double minor, actually. I'm going to get the physical rehab minor, and then I'm going to ask about if I picked up a nutrition minor.
Ooh, nutrition would be nice.
Yeah. But, yeah, pick that up and see if I can get it to end winter quarter 5th year.
Yeah, that's the dream, because then you use the 60-day free trial, and
exactly.
You just run. You don't do school, and you just run for a quarter.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd probably pick up like an internship or something.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or, well, I have to intern my last quarter anyway.
Well, but then you would probably want to do that in the winter, right?
Yeah, and then I'd probably just either get more observation hours in, or I'll probably pick up like a part-time job or something just to do something with my day.
Yeah,
instead of just sit at home.
Wake up, okay, time to shake out, and then eat breakfast, and then eat lunch, and then go to practice, and then go to weights, and then eat again.
Yeah, it'll be nice though. Like if I can get that to work out. Like I don't mind taking summer classes either.
Yeah.
So.
See, I'm kind of opposed to summer classes just because I don't have a good reason, but I don't want to take summer classes.
You just want the summer off. That's totally understandable.
Well, yeah, I mean, and with how everything is going down right now, I don't think I'm going to do anything this summer, probably. Like, I'm
Yeah.
probably just running. Maybe going to Montana. We'll see.
Oh, the Henry's thing, or
The trip. We'll see. Dude, that would
yeah,
just be so cool.
I'm thinking about doing that too.
Yeah, I mean, now that kind of a lot of people aren't looking towards jobs or internships, hopefully Josh gets his internship.
Yeah,
in
hopefully
some
that doesn't
capacity.
fall through. That would
Um,
suck.
but it'd be exciting to have like a whole crew go out and be like, "Hey, let's train for like a month and then
Yeah,
make some YouTube videos."
yeah. No, I was thinking maybe like we wouldn't be able to do a month, but like if Henry's thing fell through, I don't know, we could do like a weekend up here, which
Yeah,
it's not as high as elevation as Henry's place, or not as it's not as far, but it's just no, no,
yeah. And
it's an
I
option.
I also have relatives that live up in Winthrop,
Okay, that's not too far.
so like we could maybe like go to your place for like a weekend or something, and then like maybe go to my relatives and then go to Henry's if just kind of rotate, move around.
Yeah, see some different landscapes.
Yeah, because I mean, if you go up for a month, right? Let's say Henry's thing doesn't fall through. It
Hmm.
takes 2 weeks to acclimate to elevation.
Yeah,
So then you're acclimating for 2 weeks, and then you're training for 2 weeks, and then you're back down.
yeah, and then it kind of I've talked to BC a little bit, and it kind of goes away after a couple weeks. But I don't know. I think it'd just be fun just to do
Oh yeah,
anyway. Just have kind of like a getaway, just run, hang out,
yeah.
that kind of thing.
Well, I'm thinking in terms of like physiological adaptations. I'm not sure because I haven't, I don't know all the science stuff. But
Yeah, neither do I.
I'm thinking that there's potentially it could like raise your baseline for the season because you can train at a higher level and you can get
Yeah.
improvement at a higher level, and then when you lose the elevation adaptations, potentially you will still maintain the improvement that you got from time trials racing early season and
Yeah,
just start at a higher point. That could be totally wrong. I
I
don't
mean
know.
it sounds good to me.
So I don't know. I just think it would be neat to go and hang out.
I've also heard. I talked to one of the Western guys a while back,
Yeah.
and um, he went and trained in Colorado last summer,
Oh, okay.
and he was saying that like the running up there, like they were up really high in elevation,
Yeah.
like they were way up. I forgot what number he said, but it was over 6,000,
Yeah.
and he was saying like the fastest they could run was like 720.
Yeah.
And he's like, so we were like winded, but our legs recovered super fast.
Yeah.
And so that might be something like you don't beat up your legs as much, I guess.
You just build up the aerobic engine.
Yeah, just get the lungs going.
So I think it'd be cool, especially, doing that for whatever period of time before going, because then we go for cross-country camp, and that lasts for about a month.
That's like a month, yeah.
So then what? That could potentially be like 2 months of training with the guys before school even starts.
Yeah,
That'd be pretty lit.
that would be nice, yeah. No, I need to check in with all the guys too. I haven't checked in with everyone in a while.
Yeah, and not everyone's on Strava, so
I know, that's how I've been like keeping track. Like, okay, Donovan ran, cool. Like, I assume Josh is there too, so
yeah. Well, I know I'm the one that told Donovan to start uploading to Strava. I've been telling a bunch of people, like I told Garrett to start uploading. I told Donovan to start. I'm just like, I need to see that you ran
yeah.
so that you know that
My
like you have like 10 sets of eyes on you every day. You have to
Yeah.
do your runs.
yeah. Did you see my bike today?
I did see your bike
Biking?
just across
Dude,
street,
that was
okay?
Yeah, my legs have been beat up the last couple days.
Yeah,
Like yesterday, 10 miler hurt so bad.
yeah, I had a really bad weekend of running last weekend, and I've just been recovering from that ever since. So I don't know, I don't know how everyone else is feeling, but like I was like, ouch, that hurt.
Yeah. Well, I'm just building mileage really fast right now.
Yeah,
So it's like next week I'm supposed to hit peak mileage.
yeah,
And then I'll have a rest week. And then I go back to peak mileage for another 2 weeks.
yeah,
But yeah, going from like running maybe 10 miles my off week to 40, and then like I'm jumping by tens here.
yeah.
So
Which is fair. I mean, you've been running for long enough, and you've run
yeah,
enough mileage. So.
just my legs needed today just to take a day and just bike, not run.
No,
And it was supposed to be like a 3 mile run anyway, so
yeah,
not a big deal.
no, just get that one knocked out on the bike and call it a day. Do some of the
Yeah.
little things, the stretching, the rolling, the core.
I have been slacking on the core.
Yeah,
I did my first core session yesterday, and I did maybe like 3 minutes, and I was tired.
yeah, I feel you on that. So we're gonna have to figure out a system. But
Yeah.
core is
Yeah.
so much fun.
Oh, I love it. I was like, when Kev sent out the weights too, I'm like, I can't do the weights. Like,
No, that was what I was saying last summer. That's what I opened up the weights pack and I was like, I can't. I'm not going to. Like,
yeah, like I did 25 push-ups yesterday. Like I was like, there's my weight room. We're good.
yeah, like I figured out my own little system for strength training, but like I cannot do the actual weights packet.
Yeah, I mean, I still do all my like band stuff because I got my own band, but
Yeah, I have a couple bands as well,
yeah, that's all I'm really able to do.
which is
And
totally
then,
fine.
yeah, and then I just foam roll like before I go to bed. Like I spend 10-15 minutes. That's when I foam roll.
Yeah,
But
move some of that fascia around, break it up a little bit.
yeah, no, there was one night that I didn't foam roll, and my legs hurt,
Yeah,
and like I couldn't fall asleep, so I literally had to get out. It was like midnight. I had to get up and foam roll, and then I could fall asleep.
yeah. I did a like 14.5 mile run last weekend, or like on Monday or something.
I think I saw that on your Strava. Didn't you say like the longest 4 miler ever or something like that?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go off on a little bit of a tangent here. I left my house and I was like, okay, see ya. I'm gonna go and run 4 miles because that's what I planned on doing. And then I was like, I haven't been to the lake lately, and I ran to the lake. And then I was like, I haven't been to this one place lately, and I ran there. And I took like 12 different breaks throughout the run. It took me like 2 hours and 20 minutes. And I was just hurting so bad by the end. It was awful. And then I couldn't sleep that night because my legs just hurt so much. And I'm just like, 14.5 miles should not hurt this much. But I got like 900 feet of elevation gain. But at the same time, it was a loop, so I also lost that throughout. So my legs are a little beat.
Yeah, I think that's why, like, I kind of had a similar thing when on my workout on Tuesday. Like, I got 700 feet of elevation gain
Yeah.
on that run, and it just, I think, because I haven't ran a hill in quite some time,
Yeah.
being in Ellensburg, and then coming up here and running on that trail, so running the hills for the first time kind of beat my legs up a little bit. My calves yesterday were not happy,
No.
to say the least.
No, I have to roll out my calves all the time.
Yeah. No, and then the paces this year are insane.
Yeah, you told me.
God. it hurts.
Well,
It really hurts.
they're fast, so of course they hurt.
Yeah.
You just,
Although I will say, like, my first couple miles feel really easy now. Like, it's hard for me to slow down to, like, above 7 minutes now.
yeah, which is pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, like, my first mile on that run yesterday was 6:40. And, like, I was just, like, I didn't look at my watch. I was just like, I'm just going to run, and we're going to see what happens. Like,
That's always a good feeling. That 6:40 is usually where I cap out at. So
yeah. So I broke 6 yesterday
I
in the
saw
last mile.
like a 5:55 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was just like I could see the end, and I'm like, I just got to get there.
Yeah.
And there's like a patch of ice still on the trail,
Oh,
right at the
that's
trailhead. So I was just like trying to like get through the patch of ice really fast.
Mm.
And yeah, like the ice and snow is finally starting to melt here.
Oh.
Like when I first got here, that first week, it was still in the 30s, upper 30s, and it was snowing. Like every other day, it would snow a couple inches and then melt, and then snow a couple inches and melt.
Yet the last time I saw snow was when I left Ellensburg. So
Yeah.
I've gotten a little bit of rain, but nothing. No snow, no ice. Nothing below like mid 40s for temperature. Like
Nice.
chilling.
Yeah, no, it finally warmed up though over here. Like this week was finally warm, where we got into the mid 60s,
Oh, okay.
and like we hit we almost hit 70 yesterday,
Ooh,
which was nice.
yeah.
But
70's a little warm.
yeah, I ran right in the heat of the day too. So yeah, no, it's kind of crazy. And then tomorrow it's supposed to be like mid to low 40s for the high. So
Hey,
it changes rapidly here.
I mean that's not that cold.
No, but going from 70 to like 42, it's going to be,
It's a big change, yeah. It's still
yeah.
t-shirt and shorts weather though.
Oh, well, t-shirt and shorts weather for you is negative 17. So
I've never run in negative 17 degrees. And if I was, I would die. Negative 17 sounds awful. 17, positive 17 is a different story.
different story. It's all cold when you get down to it. It's all just cold.
I don't know. I think it's fine. But that's whatever. Yeah. So last cross country season coming up, and conference is going to be at Western Oregon this year. So
Love that cold.
That's going to be fun. I haven't run that conference course yet. I mean, I've run there twice, but
It's a fun course.
because Sundowner was different, and then I think regionals was obviously 2K longer. But Sundowner, like you finish, like you turn right and you go up the big straightaway in the middle, and then you just kind of go left a little bit, and that's not at all how the conference course finishes. I don't think.
Well, they change it because it's they have like 5 or 6 different courses, like 5 or 6 different 8Ks.
Okay.
They
so
just change the routes around whenever they want.
So it's different every year then?
Yeah, every time I've ran it, it's been slightly different.
Okay. Because I remember
Usually,
going into Sundowner, I was like, I don't know the course. It's loops around a field. I'll just follow everyone. That was the worst idea I've ever had. Know the course before you run it.
oh yeah, I study them before every race. Like I take Kev's handout, I take pictures,
Yeah.
and like I took the Billings handout and like it's still hung up in my room in Ellensburg. Like I stared at that thing like every day leading up, just to like, okay, I remember it now,
Yeah.
even though it's the same like 3 loops.
Yeah, that's a little extreme for me. I usually go about the night before and the day of I look at it, but I don't recommend just being like, I'll just follow everyone.
No, I'll figure it out. Yeah.
Because then it's like you don't know where you're going at all. And
Yeah.
it's awful. So for regionals, when we went back there the second time, I was like, okay, I need to know the course this time.
Yeah.
And that was very helpful. It was confusing because the last like 3 or 4 loops are the same. So I was just like, how many? Like so many times I'm like, how many laps are there after the first 2?
Oh yeah. There was like that 10K was just like, I'm done. Like just let me finish. Like, come on.
It was a little bit different from I had a really good day, so I was just like,
You had an
oh my
awesome
gosh.
day.
Well, I think I was like one of the only people that really had a good race.
I know Mateo had a really good day.
Mateo had a good day. Josh
A lot
ran
of
decent,
Josh ran decent. Donovan, I think, had a pretty good day.
but like,
I think just me, Henry, and Garrett had the
yeah.
bad day.
Well, I meant combined both sides.
Oh, both sides.
Because I think like Molly had a decent race, and then
I think Delaney had a really good race.
yeah, but like
I think
there
she
was
had a
only
really
like
good
2 of
one.
them. So
Yeah.
I just remember being screamed at, and they're like, "Trevor needs you," and I'm like, "No."
Oh, dude, I was hurting so bad.
And we were actually in the straightaway at the same time for the finish. I didn't see you at all, but we were both there, so that was cool.
Yeah.
So you know, 52 weeks is a lot of time to close the gap.
Yeah. What were we saying? Like 30 seconds 1 week and
30 seconds 1 week, 3 weeks, a minute 30 or whatever.
yeah. Yeah.
For context, I closed 30 seconds on Trevor in 1 week last cross-country season. I don't think it works that linearly, but, we'll see. I'll try.
You never know, man. You never know. Sub 25 this year, so.
Sub what?
Sub 25 this year.
Oh, yeah, sub 25. I need to be sub 25. We need a lot of people to be sub 25.
Yeah.
But, so, how about, I'm going to run through a couple questions. Some will be longer answers, some will be shorter answers.
All right, is this more like what Josh had to do?
Mm-hmm. But
Right.
I'm gonna spice it up a little bit and change some of them, and because I'm getting slightly better at this whole podcast hosting thing.
Okay. I'll try my best.
So we'll run through. I don't remember all of the questions I asked Josh off the top of my head, but I think that one of them was, who do you think takes it in a 400 hurdles? Not counting steeple runners. Just
Not counting steeple runners.
And you're not a steeple runner.
I'm not a steeple runner. I'll just be an honorary steeple runner.
Okay.
You know?
No steeple
Train
runners.
with you guys.
Don't say yourself.
Yeah. Dang. Not a steeple guy.
Because, like, if I let you say a steeple runner, then you would obviously say, like, Henry or me or Shun or Espen or someone.
Yeah.
Because we actually can get over hurdles, and it doesn't look atrocious.
I'm trying to think who could get over a hurdle pretty good.
Josh said himself last week.
I know, and I don't want to say Josh, because screw Josh, so.
Oh, well.
Uh,
It's okay. Josh probably isn't watching this at this point.
Probably not, but he might just out of spite.
He might, yeah.
I definitely called him out when I was watching your guys' podcast. I started texting him, and he had no idea what was going on.
Yeah. No clue. You got an answer?
I think, I'm just gonna throw a name out there. I think Garrett could probably do it.
Garrett? Okay, that's
I
reasonable.
don't think it'd be pretty, but I think he could probably do it.
Hey, you can hit all 10 hurdles if you want.
Yeah, I mean, you can hit him and just
keep running.
he's got the wheels.
He does have wheels.
Right.
Do you think there's a clear favorite for last place, or do you think it would be pretty tight?
Clear favorite for last place. I don't really know. I think it would be like really close between a couple people.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Like I'm pretty much like the 10K group, I feel like would.
Yeah, I mean it's a 400 hurdles. If it was a 5K hurdles, it would be a different story, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to. No one wants that. Nobody. Like, I don't even want a 4K steeple. Like, that used to be a thing, and I would not like that at all.
Yeah, I would not steeple.
Well, you
Not
already
that I
don't,
have
so
steepled, but,
maybe we'll get you in the 1K someday.
yeah, maybe. I think Kev's just got to put me in it one day. Just don't give me the option. Just throw me in it.
Like with the 10K.
Not with the 10K. I'll only do the 10K if I get put with a group that'll take me to the national qualifier time.
Well, that's called war.
Well, I would have to do it at war, but
Well, everyone does it at war, though. So
yeah. That or at one of the Cali meets.
Yeah, but you have to have a qualifying time.
They can just take my cross time.
Maybe. I don't know how strict they are about that, but
Take the 5K conversion. It'll be fine.
just run a 10K at War next year, and then 5th year, just run it at California.
Yeah, I'm a 5K guy. That's where I reside.
And Josh is a utility knife. A Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, no, he's totally a 10. That's what I texted him, was that you're a 10K guy when I heard that part.
Yeah, he's a 10K guy. But,
He's totally a 10K guy. You guys were even talking about the 10K.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about the 10K. We talked about the trials for the marathon. He loves the 10K so much. But yeah, okay. So, I'm blanking on whatever I think I asked him. I can't remember what the first question that I asked him was last week, but
I forgot.
For those that know us, which is anyone watching at this point, who do you think on the team looks and acts the oldest and the youngest?
Okay. And I'm going to also exclude myself from this one.
Okay. Because you don't want to see yourself for acts.
I'll put myself as the youngest, you know?
You're gonna...
No, I'll exclude myself.
Okay.
Who looks and acts the oldest?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I feel like I would say Henry looks the oldest.
Okay. With the man bun?
With the man bun. And youngest? The youngest, I would probably say Shun.
Shun. Okay, that's a solid choice. Shunathan.
But, yeah. And then, was the question also youngest?
Who looks and acts.
Looks and acts. Okay, well, I think I put, like, looks the youngest for Shun,
Yeah.
and then acts the oldest.
This is where Josh said you, I'm pretty sure.
I think so, too.
Because you're an old, retired man.
Not retired yet.
In your late 60s.
No. Well, I'm a fast 60-year-old then.
Yeah, I mean, you could compete with Bernard Lagat, maybe? Someday?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
With age grade adjustments.
Yeah, age adjustments.
You know.
Who acts the oldest on the team? You know, I'm gonna have to go with Ian on this one.
For acts the oldest?
I feel like he acts pretty mature for, like, compared to the rest of the freshmen, you know?
Comparatively to the other freshman boys, yes.
I'd definitely say he's up there.
Yeah, that's very true.
And then acts the youngest, I'm probably gonna have to go with Will on this one.
Will, okay.
Yeah.
I think that's where Josh said himself.
Josh said himself.
Yeah, but I could see it both ways. Okay, so I had a question, and then I blanked. So that's cool. So let's see. Juniors versus seniors versus freshmen, 4x4.
Who will win? Is that what you're asking?
Who do you think would win?
So seniors being my class now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go with my class.
Your class?
You know? I feel like we got it. Like we've been practicing our handoffs.
Have you?
Well, we fixed the problem. Donovan's leading off this year.
Okay.
So
okay.
Yeah. But
I was telling Josh we could all record ourselves running all out 400s, and then I could splice it all together, side by side by side, and we could do a race. Then again, we would also just know from the split times, but you know.
That'd be kind of fun, but I don't know if I could sprint right now. I did a stride the other day, and I might have strained my hip flexor. So,
dude,
like, I was down for the count for like a day.
An all-out
the first
400 is just
run hurt.
Yeah,
but
we don't want to pull any old man ligaments or.
Yeah, I'm getting a little too old for strides. I should, lay off them a little bit.
You gotta be careful. You gotta make sure you do your dynamic warm-ups before them. Then you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's. I gotta make sure I'm stretched out and loose.
Done some drills. You know, you're ready to go. Feeling explosive.
Yeah. No, I think it's just the lack of weights. You know, like
weights are really useful. Yeah.
Just not the same.
It's not the same without Doug.
Yeah, R.I.P. Doug.
Not that he died, but yeah.
We just don't see him anymore.
No, and are not doing his packet because we can't. Because I don't have an at-home gym.
I'm doing what I can.
Okay. So what is your best or what's your favorite moment with CWU distance over the years?
Favorite moment? And that's track and cross country?
Yeah.
Okay. Probably getting all conference in cross this last fall.
Yeah.
probably one of my favorite moments I've had.
Do you want to break down the race? I'll give you the opportunity to humble brag a little bit.
Or humble brag. Well, for those of you that don't know, we were featured on Runner Space, which was kind of neat.
We were. I'm not going to link the video in the description because I don't want to go find it, but we were. Trust us.
But the day before the race, it was like 65 degrees. It was sunny. It was a pretty good day. It was just really windy.
This is up in Billings, Montana.
Billings, Montana. And then the next morning, we go, like, I wake up in the morning to go do my shakeout, and I open up the window, and it's just dumping snow. Just absolute blizzard snow. So, me, Will, I think Will was with us. Yeah, Will was with us. And Donovan and Josh all met in the lobby, and we went to go for our shakeout outside, and it was just, we got soaked out there, dumping snow. And so we get back, so we get to the course, and the course by that point has like 4 or 5 inches of snow on it. And there's tire tracks. And that's it. That's
from the lead gator.
From the lead gator, and everyone ran in the tire tracks. Like, it was insane. And yeah, no, I just kind of went out, hopped in the top 15 from the start, just because I had kind of figured no one was going to be able to move after, like, get around anybody. And so I got up near the front and then just kind of hung on as people kind of fell off, and tried making moves near the end. And for 9th, which I was pretty happy with.
I think you cut out after you were just trying to hang on and make moves late.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Well, all I was saying was just then kind of just tried to make moves and then slid in for 9th. And yeah, felt pretty good about it. I was kind of battling a little bit of a cold going in, so I was just like, just got to get top 10.
Yeah.
That was the goal from the start.
What do you place sophomore year at conference?
Sophomore year, I was 30th at conference.
Okay, so a decent jump.
I think freshman year I was like 40-something.
Hey, that's where I was.
40-something freshman year, and then 30th, and then 9th. And hoping this year for the top 3, if not winning it. So
yeah, well, I mean, that's fair. I mean, I think you're 5th returner from the meet.
Something like that, I think.
So, and it was pretty close, so.
Yeah, no, and I had so much fun with that meet. Like, everyone, I know there's a couple teams that were kind of upset about the snow, and
oh, yeah.
I just went in and I was like, this is going to be fun. Like, let's just have fun with this.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't ran in the snow in a long time.
I've never raced in snow before. I know that you guys did the President's Day Dash, but...
Oh, yeah. Our solid 19-minute 5Ks.
Oh, yeah. I mean, to go from 19-minute 5K to 9th at conference...
Pretty solid.
Yeah, in like, what, a year and a half?
Something like that.
Anyone can do it.
Yeah.
Just an asterisk next to the 19-minute 5K.
Yeah, just don't look at the conditions.
Yeah, just conditions are subjective. They don't matter.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, so, and then obviously finished up the season 2 weeks later, regionals, but were you dealing with the foot problem?
Yeah.
Because I feel like 3 of you were.
Yeah, we kind of fell apart at the end of the season.
Yeah. 5 of us were fine, or 4 of us were fine. But you, Henry, and Garrett were all just like, ouch.
Yeah. Well, that whole fall quarter too. Garrett and I were doing morning workouts, and
Yeah.
we were kind of grinding through those.
Yeah, I remember doing a couple workouts after weights with Garrett because he didn't want to wake up at like 5.
Yeah, that sucked. Once it got to like under 20 degrees at 6:30 in the morning, we were like, okay, we're just gonna run alone. Like,
Yeah.
get it done on your own. We're not getting up early.
No, it would have been impossible to do anything, like, worth anything.
Yeah. No, yeah, we were kind of dealing with some foot problems though near the end, and cross trained for like a week and a half, and just tried to go out there, tried to hang on to the pack, and foot kind of flared up 5K in, and I was just like, well, just kind of finish it out, I guess. Do what I can. Still PR'd, but
Yeah.
what I was wanting.
Well, from what I've seen, the 2 courses that we rotate between, there's about like a minute, I would say a minute difference. Like, if you run like 30 minutes at Billings, that's worth like a 29 at Western Oregon.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, Western Oregon's a little short.
yeah, that's also what I heard. So that was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it's not that short though. Like I would give it maybe like 5 to 10 seconds maybe.
Yeah. So like it's pretty on it, especially I mean, I would say cross country courses can vary by like
Oh yeah,
an acceptable amount is like 100 meters. If you're within 100 meters,
it's
cool.
close.
If you're within
Yeah.
200 meters, that's like, but it's fine. If you're, 300, 400, 500,
Mile.
600 meters off,
I'm not going to name any courses, but we all know which one we're talking about.
not gonna name any names. But I am not a 10K guy, and I don't like running 10.5 miles either.
Yeah, neither do I. That hurt. Even
Well,
though it wasn't a workout, like it still hurt.
it hurt a little bit more for some of us than others.
Oh yeah.
Not because of running fast, but just some bowel movements.
Yeah, well, I know that feeling.
But I don't know how Corbin did it. But
He just he did what he had to do.
sometimes you got to dig deep, and it just didn't have it that day. But
No,
oh well.
maybe next time.
Hopefully not. Hopefully there's not a next time. I do never want to experience that ever again. That was terrible.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited. I think that there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be very fit very early.
Yeah.
Because just with the racing hiatus, I know of a lot of high schoolers that are completely freaking out because they are like, I need to race, I need to race, I need to race. Like a lot of high school seniors, they're like, I need to prove to this school that I can run fast. It's just like,
Yeah.
it sucks.
I mean, it's fine for right now, I guess, just to like let them kind of. I don't know. I feel like everyone just kind of doesn't really know what to do right now,
Oh yeah,
and it's just kind of like we all kind of like, okay, we're either gonna stick with track training or we're just gonna cycle out and just do a lot more base. Like,
yeah,
it's whatever. Like, yeah, we wish we could have raced, but can't control that. So
yeah,
do what you can, do what you know what you can do.
yeah. I mean, I'm just glad we got, or I got the 4K in before everything kind of went down. Because it wasn't a race, but it was the closest thing that I'm gonna get to a race.
Yeah.
So that was really cool to be able to run a 4K at 5 flat, which I should have been able to run for a 5K the next week, but, I'll just, I was looking at this the other day. I broke 17 on the track in 2017, and I've been in the 16s since 2017, and I will be in the 16s until 2021.
Oh my gosh.
Barring injury.
Barring injury. Well, don't talk about injury. Don't talk it into existence.
Yeah, so I'm just going to be a 16-minute guy for, 5 years? 4 years? 4 years, I think.
Oh, because you got close to Willamette, didn't you?
I ran 16:04 at PLU, and
Okay.
then I had the worst race ever at Willamette. I barely finished the warm-up. I was in so much pain, and I ran 16:01.
Well, it's still a PR, though,
I know, but I went in and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to finish. I went in and I was like, I'm just going to pace my teammates, and I paced people. I took the lead of our group a couple laps in. I led for about a mile, and then Josh and Donovan dropped me pretty hard, and then I rallied at the end to just kick, and that was just all mental.
Yeah.
And I was 16:01.5, and I was pretty upset.
It could always be worse.
Yes, it could always be worse. But
Could be flat .0.
yeah, that does not look fun. But yeah, I'm gonna be a second and a half off of breaking 16 for 2 years, which is fine.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine with it. It's just it's there, and I know it's there. Supposedly, I broke 16 at regionals. I don't know how accurate that is, but I ran 32:07, so I probably ran.
I'm sure you did.
So that was cool, but it's not official. It's a whole thing. It's fine.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So, okay. Here's a good thing. I didn't ask Josh this one, but I didn't think of this one before. But 10 years removed from right now. So in 2023, right? Let's say that everyone on the team meets up for an alumni time trial or an alumni race or something. And let's say it's let's say it's a 5K. Or let's say it's our home meet. Let's say we all come back for our cross-country home meet to race.
All right.
Who's taking
So
it?
this is 10 years out of college, is that what you're saying?
10 years out of college.
All right.
Well, 10 years from now, I guess.
Okay.
So not
yeah,
everyone would be 10
2030.
years out.
So the year 2030 is what we're shooting for?
2030 alumni meetup race at let's say it's Apple Ridge. Let's say we're running the 6K at Apple Ridge.
All right. What are we doing?
We're running the 6K at Apple Ridge. Who do you think's taking it?
Who do we think's taking it?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear that part, but
Who do you think is taking it? Who do you think is getting last? And who do you think just straight up isn't going to finish the race? Who's not showing up?
who's not? So there's 4 categories here.
Let's forget. Everyone's here. Let's say everyone's here.
Okay. So who's gonna win? Who's gonna lose? Who's gonna drop out?
Yeah, you can give some honorable mentions if you want, but
who's gonna win? I'm gonna have to. It's gonna be either. I feel like it's gonna be either you or Josh that's gonna take it.
Okay, that's fair because I'm a running nerd and Josh would just try and do it out of spite.
Yeah. Who's gonna get last?
Yeah, basically, who's gonna just quit running?
Oh man, that's gonna be hard. I kind of want to say myself, but I don't want to say myself.
I feel like you're not actually gonna quit running.
I'm
much
probably
as you say it,
as much as I say it,
you're probably not.
I'm probably gonna still run a little bit, just not as much. I feel like unless I did
Well,
I'm gonna do a marathon at some point, and I'll actually train for it. But
my suggestion is just do it straight out of college.
that's probably I'm gonna do it probably within like a year or two out of college,
Yeah,
and then be done
yeah,
for a little bit.
which is fair. But who's taken the L?
Who's taking the L?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like who's gonna take the L off the team right now?
Yeah. Who do you think it's gonna be close?
I think it's gonna be kind of close. Like, feel like I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are gonna kind of slow down after college.
Perhaps,
Um,
yeah.
I'm gonna go with Henry on this one.
Henry. Even
Just
though
gonna,
I feel like Henry's gonna be pretty active after, even if he's
I
not
feel
running.
like he too, but I feel like he won't like. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with Henry just because it's Henry. Like
Yeah, that's fair. He'll just show up for the atmosphere.
Yeah. He'll hang out with me in the back. It'll be.
Yeah. Do you think anyone just straight up is gonna DNF, like come in and try and race and just?
Oh well, this one might be me then.
Oh.
That one, I might run like the first lap, hit the hill, and just say screw this.
Yeah, just step off. I'm done. I'm hanging the spikes back up.
Yep. I'll just go hang out with BC.
Yeah. I mean, what, 2030? BC might not be running the timing system anymore.
Maybe not. Yeah.
It might be me or someone.
Oh man. Yeah. No, I feel like. Yeah. We'll see how it goes when we get there. I do plan on doing that though.
Yeah, I mean, you guys
Coming back
better.
after college and showing up for one of the meets.
Yeah, I mean, you guys better be showing up like a year or two removed from college because I need the support.
Oh yeah, I'll do what I can. Depends on where I go to school after Central. So
Yeah. Have you figured out any options yet, or still kind of looking around?
still kind of just going with the flow at the moment. I've looked around. I've looked around at in-state schools,
Yeah.
and I really like Eastern.
Okay.
So kind of looking at that. There's also the school in Yakima that I'm kind of thinking about, but I'm starting to look a little more out of state.
Yeah. Which
Trying to
for
look.
a grad
Cool.
program is totally fair.
Yeah, I don't know how far I'd go yet, but still kind of staying in the Northwest.
Go up to Colorado so you can altitude train for 2030.
For 2030, I'll do that for like the last week, the week going in.
For 1 week, you're just not.
Yeah.
You're just gonna be toast.
I'll run like 3 miles a day.
Okay.
You'll know because my Strava will start back up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll
See me start showing up, and it'll be like, oh, time to train.
I'll start giving you kudos on your runs.
All right, yeah.
That would be legendary.
I'm gonna title my runs too, like training for the alumni race.
Okay. I'm gonna hold you to this. Although we definitely have to do this before 2030 as well.
Oh yeah,
It
we'll
has to-
probably be doing it every year.
Just show up every single year out of college.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be down, but everyone knows that I would be down. I mean, what you guys said that I'm gonna end up at Club Northwest, which I don't know about that one, but
I don't know. I mean, I could see it.
I don't know. We'll see.
You still got. Then you have like a group to run with, and like I'd probably do it.
I don't like the orange so much, but
I mean, I'd probably join a group though if I was gonna do like marathon training or something.
yeah. I mean,
Have-
we'll see. Marathon, dude, like all the time, I'm like, marathons someday, yeah, that sounds great. And then I run 14.5 miles.
And you're like, I don't want to do this.
No. And like ultra marathons, I'm like, someday I'd like to try it. And I'm like, it just hurts so much. Like,
Yeah, that's the same thing with me. I thought about doing like, oh, I could do an ultra, and then I'm like, why would I want to do that? Like that just.
yeah.
But I kind of want to just do it just to be like, I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you or anyone else on the team does an ultra and needs someone to crew for them, hit me up.
What I want to do is Ragnar. That's
Ragnar,
one thing
yeah.
I want to do.
Ragnar, I don't know if there's any good dates that we could do that, just being in college right now.
Well, I know that's like end of June, beginning of July, around that time frame.
Oh, there is one at that point?
Yeah, and it's on the west side. It starts up at. It's because my high school coaches do it every year.
Oh, okay.
And it starts up near Linden, like right near the border, and you run down to the southern tip of Whidbey Island.
Ooh. Sounds like a blast.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the only thing with Ragnar relays are they're really expensive.
Yeah.
Other than that, I would be 100% down to do it, because I did Portland to Coast twice, and that was pretty fun. It's really brutal the second time you run, but that's mostly because you're just in a van.
Yeah. Well, what my high school coaches did is they had 2 vans.
Yeah, well, you have to do the same thing.
Yeah.
And you alternate.
Yeah. One van would be running for like a couple hours, while the other van's getting gas and food and stuff and sleeping.
Yeah.
And then they would switch.
Yep. Yeah, it's a great experience. I would recommend, but not too many times, because then you'll just get sick of it.
Yeah. Maybe after college, post-college.
Post-collegiately.
Training for that 2030 race, you know?
Yeah, it'll be a training build-up for September.
Yeah.
Perfect time frame. Yeah, I mean, post-college, there's even there's a smaller relay that's run up in Winthrop and Twisp. It's called the Sunflower Relay, and it's pretty small. It's pretty small time, so we could win. And that one's like early May, so it doesn't work with track.
Yeah.
Aside from doing it as a training run, but I show up at a race to race personally.
Yeah, I thought that too until President's Day Dash. Then,
yeah, I've run like a couple races as just training runs before, and it's so weird. I can barely restrain myself from just going hard.
yeah. Well, no, like pacing races is fun though.
Yeah,
I love doing that.
I've only done that like once before, but it was okay.
Or like just even on the time trials and stuff, pacing. Like, I don't know. I enjoy doing that. I enjoy
Pacing me for a mile.
pacing me for a mile. Pacing when I paced Spencer and like the 15 guys.
Oh yeah.
I did that. We hit it on the money. Like, our 400 split was perfect.
Pacing the 2800 time trial from last year.
God, that hurt.
Dude, you're telling me.
So bad. Gosh.
Hey, you need to learn how to cover moves, and I was learning how to make moves. So
Yeah. No, we helped each other.
yeah, I made a move. You covered it. Josh covered it. You both destroyed me. It was a great time.
No, I even paced that one pretty well too, didn't I? Like,
It was on 512 through the mile.
I'm pretty sure. Didn't I tell you guys I was gonna bring you through 512?
Yeah, well, that's what Kev told you to do.
Nice.
You're like, okay, and then you did 512, and then I took off, and then you guys took off after me.
That was the funniest thing. that was hilarious.
Yeah, Kev brought it back up right before we started the 2800 this year. I was
He
like,
did?
yeah, he's like, yeah, Zach just took off. And I was like, I'm not doing that this year.
I'm not doing that again.
I thought about doing it for the cross-country time trial when I caught up to you guys. But then Donovan made a move right as soon as I got up to the lead pack.
Oh, at Rotary this year on that Friday?
Yep.
Was that going into like the last loop?
It was as we were rounding the baseball fields going out.
Going out. Okay, and then we were going to come back, loop around the field to the finish?
Yeah, so it was like when you're heading out towards like the mile mark and the 3 mile mark.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking
It's
about.
right when you get off the soccer fields and you cross over that little pathway that we run on out to ponds.
Yep.
We were like right there, and I was just latched on to Garrett, who was just falling off of the pack but was still kind of there. And I was about to like get up to you guys, and I saw Donovan go around, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah, no, that was I remember like him and Ben started making moves after that point, and like Josh, like I fell off, and then Josh fell off when we were going back out to the field, and then I had to yell at Ben because he went to go take a wrong turn. So I'm back in the 5th place or 4th place. And I'm like, Ben, turn left.
Oh my, not again. That's 2 years in a
And
row.
then that was I've yet to get the dub on that cross country time trial though.
Yeah, I
I've
mean,
just realized.
I know I got 12th my freshman year, and I got 6th last year. So, if we follow the curve, we're gonna just take a dub. So, you're gonna have to fight me for it.
Yeah, well, let's see. I went. I got 2nd freshman year, and then I got 4th sophomore year. I don't know how I got 4th sophomore year, but
No one does.
I got. And then I got 3rd last year.
Yeah. So
Just outkicked Josh right at the end. And then, were you on my team that year or last year?
I was on. I want to say I was on the black team.
I think I was too, and that's the team that won.
Yeah, I think because Ben was on black team and he won overall.
Yeah, and then I was also on black team.
Because it went Ben, and then it was black, and then Donovan was crimson, and then Josh.
I was black. I got 3rd.
Oh, you got 3rd.
I was,
Did you
and
pass
then Josh
right at the end?
Yeah, I passed Josh going into the finish.
Okay.
Like the last 10 steps, I passed Josh.
Okay. That's right.
And he was crimson.
And then Garrett was crimson,
Yeah, Crimson beat the guys,
and I was black.
but then the girls' team saved us.
By like 1 point. It was a 1 point difference.
Yeah, they saved us.
Yeah. No, I remember coming out of the baseball fields for the last time, and right before I crossed over the path, Garrett went by me, but then I was starting to, I was hanging with him, and I could tell he was hurting, but he was still starting to drop me, and I could see you, and I was like, go get Trevor. like half a mile to go, I'm like, go get him. Like, okay.
God, that hurt so bad.
Yeah.
I led the thing for most of it, I feel like.
I was alone for most of it, because I didn't go out stupid fast. I got dropped before we hit 1 mile. I was just by myself.
Gosh.
It was awful. But I'm excited to see, because everyone's going to be ready to go, because it'll have been so long since a race. It'll be like, okay, it's the time trial.
Oh yeah, everyone's gonna be
little antsy.
ready.
So
And
let's not take it out in 5 flat. Please.
we usually, what is it? It's usually tempo the first mile, or a little bit faster than tempo.
It was like a 5:30 first mile or something.
Yeah, that's usually what we kind of shoot. We kind of shoot for the 5:30
But
first mile.
we're supposed to be a bit more ready to go, I think.
Yeah, I feel like we are too because we're starting early.
So, I and that on top of just not having a track season,
Oh,
it's gonna go out fast, and I'm probably
Mhm.
gonna get dropped again, and then I'll have to catch back up, and then someone will make a move.
Yeah, that's always fun though. I love.
No, the time trial is really fun, unless you're getting cut.
Unless you're a freshman, yeah.
So, yeah.
Freshman year is scary.
Yeah, that's not a pleasant experience. I just
Yeah.
remember counting people. I was counting people this year. I was like, oh my gosh. 1 mile in, when I was like, I got dropped and I was breathing kind of heavy, and I was like, am I just like not gonna make it again?
No, you'll be fine.
No,
Most
no.
people will be fine. Like, yeah.
It is crazy that we have like 18 guys, I think.
Yeah.
Rough, at least.
Yeah. Do you know who, if, like, who we have coming in? Like,
I know that we
all I know is
Ty committed, and then
yeah, yeah.
I think that Garrett's gonna like start, you know, getting his brother to make a decision, because he seems like he's pretty committed,
Yeah.
and they're running together. So, in terms of freshmen,
I don't know.
I have not
Again,
the
like,
slightest.
I get kind of why we didn't, I guess, not really recruit a bunch of guys.
Yeah,
We lost one guy, so.
yeah. We lost one guy, and we have what, 2 transfers coming in,
Yeah. Something like that.
and then yeah. So not excited for that, but we'll see. We'll see where everyone ends up. I am excited for just the season as a whole, though.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause, Indiana,
That's the goal.
it'd be cool for you guys to end off senior cross-country season
With a nationals trip, that's been our goal.
with natties. It'd be cool. I would be a redshirt sophomore to get to go third year.
No, that's the goal. That's because I've thought about maybe like taking a redshirt season, but I'm like, I want to finish it out with the people I was started with.
Yeah, and I mean, that 5th year, you can still run races just unattached. I mean, Josh would
Yeah.
probably be doing the same thing.
Yeah, we'll probably be like when like the traveling group leaves or something, and the other group has to stay and do a workout.
Yeah.
That'll probably be when Josh and I we'll probably just have to like time it
Yeah.
with that.
I mean, and it'll be nice to have people to do workouts with still, because it'll be nice to not have a smaller group.
Yeah.
Because like I remember at the end of last cross season, it was. I mean, I know you weren't there, but like it was a pretty substantial group. Like me, Henry, Donovan, Josh. When Garrett could make it to workouts, he was right there. Ben was there. Mateo was there. Ian was there. Like it was pretty substantial, and it's nice to not have to just run by yourself, which I've learned recently on the dirt track.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not fun when doing hard stuff by yourself.
Yeah, I mean even base phase gets a little
Well,
difficult after a while, but like I'm still going with track season, and it's just like wow, I'm hurting, and I'm just like I could just stop at any moment. There's no one here. Like
yeah, I mean that's why I got the Strava, so
yeah.
you guys
Well,
I can get a text message.
even still, like I could cut a workout short, and it's like, okay, who's gonna know? But like I don't, because I'm like I need to do workouts, and I also like doing workouts. They're just really painful.
Yeah.
So
Well, there's nothing better than when you feel good on a workout, though.
yeah,
When you're just having like a great workout, but there's nothing worse than just like the worst workout where you're just dying the whole time.
no, I would say long runs are worse.
I'm usually pretty solid on the long runs. Like
Long runs are the hardest day of the week for me. I
get into a zone in the long run and it'll fly by for me.
can't do them.
But
I understand why Corbin only did 10 miles.
yeah, yeah, no, I get it. Like it when you're having a bad one. Like I remember I had a bad one last year when you and Josh took off. Josh was drafting behind you. I was
Yeah.
struggling the whole run.
That was an awful experience. Drafted off of me. He didn't know where we were going. I obviously didn't know where we were going. Any sort of closing statements or thoughts or conversation topics that you want to cover before we sort of begin to wrap things up?
I don't really know. I don't really know. Just keep running, I guess. Like
Keep running.
it's all do what you can control. Like can't control canceling races and canceling track seasons, and it's just control what you can. Take care of the little things, and everything will be all right.
Yeah. Any closing shout outs or
Josh, I hate you. I just want you to know that. I don't think you're listening this far in, but
he's not.
if you are, I hate you. So,
Unless
yeah.
no, someone might actually be listening this far and then send him the link and the timestamp.
Maybe me. I might just have to do that. So,
That's fair. Because I know you have in the past.
Josh, you are the boomer, just so you know, of the house.
I don't know if I agree with that one, but
No, you agree.
you're a little hard to beat, dude.
No.
To be fair, you're not the only boomer on the team, so.
I know. But I don't want to be the boomer.
Well, it's a little, Josh doesn't want to be a 10K guy,
Yeah, well, yeah, he's also a 10K guy.
but the role fits, so
That it does.
you can't argue with results, Trevor. All right, thanks for watching or listening or watching if I make it a video or listening or watching.
Or whatever you're doing.
Yeah, or not watching if you're Josh.
Yeah. Shout out Josh.
I was about to say shout out Josh for like the 10th time ever. He still has never experienced one of the shout outs.
I know. I told him about him, but he
No. He claims that he watches my content in the podcast, but we all know the truth.
We all know the truth.
I have to get him in the content so he can experience it without him having to watch it.
Yeah. If he watches it, he just skips through a lot of it.
Yeah, which is fair. It's pretty mediocre, but yeah. Any closing statements?
Nothing really coming to mind, but yeah. Hope running goes well, Zach. Don't get sick.
Oh yeah, I'm trying my best. I'm literally not doing anything other than running. It's great. But
All right.
is that that's weird. Okay. Yeah, that's it.